Welcome, everybody. This is Cultivated live from Planet 13 in Las Vegas. It's pretty exciting.
We're here.
I'm with Krista and Jeremy and Derek from Planet 13, and we are going to be doing a lot of this over the next 3 days. We have back-to-back today, Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, and then on Friday as well. We'll be here. What you can't see is that while we're in Planet 13, and Planet 13 is amazing, and come by your cannabis here while you're in town, what we're actually looking at, in addition to our guests and our producer and the camera, is actually a gummy manufacturer as we watch. So if we look hungry and look like we're desiring what's across the way, it's because we're looking at gummies being made while we're here. First, Derek, thank you so much for welcoming us here. We have had nothing but awesomeness since we've been setting up, so thank you.
Thank you for having me. Much appreciated. We're very excited to have you guys.
And is it fun when the cannabis world comes to Las Vegas and this is their first stop?
We love it.
Yeah.
We love it. And in many cases, we are the first stop for the cannabis industry when they come for MJ BizCon or anything else you know that's going on in town.
Yeah, well, it's very welcoming. And
we try.
As soon as I got here and I saw that the crew was set up, I went and put my name in to buy.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to get in line because I want to buy stuff when I hear it. And when it is here, do you get, like, what kind of feedback do you get from the industry? I mean, people come here all the time, obviously, all year round, but this year it's the industry. Like, what are the first thing industry people say to you when they've been here?
This year is particularly exciting. You might hear some of the construction going on in the back. I don't know if you're picking that up or not, but we've got a 3,000-foot cannabis lounge that we're building back there alongside a cannabis museum called Cannabition. So that in itself is super exciting for us. We're looking to launch that in Q1 with a hard target date of 4/20. So ideally prior to that, the months leading up, but by 4/20 we will be ready to rock with that cannabis museum and the lounge. So super excited for that, and amongst everything else going on.
Yeah, and Jeremy, you're based in New York.
Yes.
And they've been talking about consumption lounges in New York, but they've been talking about a lot of things in New York that haven't happened yet. But it will be an interesting thing to see how Las Vegas does lounges as it relates to cannabis. Like, what do you expect? Like, what is the vibe going to be there? What are you most excited about as that gets built?
Well, for us, I'm most excited about the distance that it takes people to get from the Strip to here, which is almost nothing, right? We are right on the Strip. We are essentially zoned to where we could have a full-blown nightclub here if we wanted to. So that's the idea. So we're trying to really push forward the concept of come here to not only consume, have fun, smoke with your friends, but I don't know if you guys know this, but we're the only cannabis company and dispensary in the world with a liquor license, with a tobacco license on site. So at any given point, we decided to move that license to somewhere else on the property. We could then open a fully functional consumption lounge, separated from the liquor lounge and nightclub, right? But all under one roof. All for people to come here and spend their entire day and night, and never have to leave. Really, we got a restaurant, we got everything.
So when are you opening the hotel?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's phase 4, right? Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, no, we're super excited. We're not only forging ahead here in Las Vegas, but elsewhere in Chicago and in Florida as well. So really just full steam ahead.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a real vibe.
Yeah, we're going for it.
Yeah. But also interesting because as sort of Jeremy writes about a lot and Krista and I talk about a lot, it's like the brand works across different geographies because people know the brand certainly from Las Vegas and then expanding. But it is like operating its own unique business in each of those other markets with each unique regulatory framework.
Very much so.
Which is like everything you just described. I can imagine like a regulator in Illinois being like, no.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do a lot of business in California. Our trendy brand, which is one of our like vape and flower brands that the best.
Always repping the
right here. Our trendy brand launched in California about a year and a half ago, and that market in particular has interesting to navigate. You guys, I'm sure, have been in the industry for quite some time. You've seen the development in California over the last couple decades, really. And it's the Wild West out there, man. Still, even so. Whereas here, I think we've got a pretty buttoned up, laws and regulations and our metric system, right? as opposed to Illinois, which 100% is going to be more medically driven. No bright colors,
right?
No cartoons, no this, no that, or any of the packaging. So very much different. And navigating those in Florida, for example, we don't even have wholesale there. You have to be fully integrated,
right.
And sell to yourself out there right now as the law is written. Still medical, right?
But a big market nonetheless.
Exciting market. We've got 4 stores already in Florida, and we're about to lock down another 26, giving us 30 stores throughout the state of Florida.
A quaint 26.
Yeah, no big deal.
Well, it's so hard. If you look at the SKU counts of the number of products that are unique in Florida versus other states, they have the lowest SKU count. So I understand, because you need to create a certain amount of distribution for yourself to warrant building new brands and new SKUs so that you have good variety within the store. Because I would argue that Florida is probably the most underserviced in terms of the perception of choice in retail environments.
Yeah.
I think that's mostly because they're still not rec. They're still under the medical guidelines and that mindset, right? So it's going to take some time, but hopefully, knock on wood, not too much longer.
Yeah. I also want to reiterate just how thankful we are that we get to be in this space, because it seems like ground zero of when people are in Las Vegas, that everybody comes through, everybody comes here, and we wanted to set up shop. Krista, I think you had some retail questions for him.
Oh yeah, we had some quick hits. Give us, what percentage of your customers are either local versus travel in, or what mix of that happens around specifically holidays? Because earlier we were talking a little bit about 420.
Yes.
So give us a fact.
And holidays as well. So you're looking at, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend. Those are the big weekends here.
Which isn't any different than really the other markets.
Yes.
It doesn't stand off as its own kind of set of holidays. We see all of those holidays peak as well.
I've been doing this a long time. I'm on the sales side of the business. And when you have been doing this as long as I have, you see the ebbs and flows yearly. And it's almost like clockwork. We know when the down months are going to be. We know when the uptick months are going to be in our peak seasons, right? So to your question, as far as tourism goes, generally we see about 70% tourism, 30% local. That's during your regular peak season, tourist season, right? On down months, January, middle of summer, we tend to see it gravitate a little bit more toward maybe 60-40 tourists to local, maybe even 55-45. I mean, it gets really close to 50-50 depending on the time of year.
Do they shop differently, tourists and locals?
Very differently. Yeah. That's a great question. Yeah. So your tourists are coming here, guys, looking for the most exciting new products. Some people just want the best, highest testing stuff we got. What's the most expensive stuff we got? Right. That's what they're looking for. They really want to come here and spend money. This is Las Vegas. People spend a lot of money when they go out here, whether it's restaurants or nightclubs or what have you. Right. As opposed to the local. The local consumer is very price conscious. Yeah. Looking for the best bang for their buck. Looking for a good deal. But also looking for good quality cannabis and the local brands that they want to support, right? That kind of means something to them, or they have an attachment to for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's an unusual mix. I mean, the tourism to everyday shopper mix is huge.
It's a really difficult thing also to be able to service. Yeah. You would have, what you're talking about is you have very different price bands. You would also have different quantity specifications as well, because usually when we talk about being a price conscious customer, we're talking about actually a customer is willing to purchase higher quantity, not necessarily lower price point overall, but just more product for similar amounts of money.
Yeah.
And so navigating how you service that with assortment is really difficult too.
Yeah, I mean, we have a huge assortment. I don't know if we have the most products, per square foot. I mean, there might be one or two other shops, but we do service a lot of different tastes and consumers. So, for us, what we try to do is just have something for everybody. If there's a product out there that no one else makes, well, we're going to carry it because you're the only one who makes it. And so we want to make sure that we have not only price points and price tiers for everybody, but, we have local programs that, our locals get some better pricing than some of the tourists might, on any given day. But that's what,
Is this your loyalty program?
Yes, it is.
I'm tell me all of the logistics.
Yes, it is our loyalty program. It's a great deal. You get 50% off with our loyalty program. And our ticket prices, we're on the Strip, we're Planet 13, we're a little bit bit higher than most other dispensaries in the area, but it's for a reason. We can go out and get it, and people have no problem spending it when they come here.
I saw it yesterday when people were like, the order. I was like, God, that's like, it was literally a big cart.
That's too
like
much.
It was quite literally a big cart.
Yeah, I mean, we see, roughly 1,500 people a day.
Oh, wow.
And that's customers. I shouldn't just say people. Those are
Right.
paying customers. On average, we're probably closer to 3,000 to 4,000
People
people
through.
because generally that person's not coming in alone,
Right.
and they're not all purchasing, right? Only
Right.
one person per group. So
Yeah.
we see a lot of folks through here on a daily basis.
Well, we're going to see a lot of people through here today and tomorrow and Friday. I want to let you get back to your day, Derek, but also, again, thank you so much. And feel free to stop by next couple days because we like seeing you. And we'll be popping into the rest of the rest, making some purchases as well. We'll fill up our cart over time as well. So thank you so much. And really appreciate it.
Of course, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
You got it.
Great.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.